Cardi B goes nuts after Stefon Diggs' shocking news. Chapter 1, The Calm Before the Storm. Cardi B woke up that morning with her usual flair, a silk bonnet still half on, her phone buzzing non-stop with notifications from fans and brands. She had a photo shoot later that afternoon, a studio session in the evening, and a FaceTime call planned with Stefon Diggs before bed. Everything seemed calm, steady, and sweet between them, or so she thought. For months, Cardi had been glowing differently. The chemistry between her and Stefon had the entire internet talking. Fans called them CNB Energy, a power duo that seemed untouchable. They had been spotted together at events, whispering and laughing like two people who shared a secret. But behind the smiles and designer outfits, there was a subtle tension growing, something only the closest people around them could sense. Stefon, known for his charisma and magnetic charm, had been acting distant. He answered texts slower. His voice on the phone was softer, distracted. Cardi noticed it all. She told herself it was just football season stress, but deep down, her instincts were screaming otherwise. Chapter 2, The Shocking News Breaks. It happened suddenly, not through a phone call, not through a DM, but through a viral tweet. Police car light breaking, Stefon Diggs reportedly made a major life decision that could change everything with Cardi B's broken heart. Within minutes, social media exploded. Blogs reposted the news. YouTube channels went live with breaking updates. Cardi's fans flooded her Instagram comments asking, "Is it true?" When Cardi finally clicked the trending topic, her heart froze. The headline read, Stefon Diggs announces he's taking a year off from football and relocating to Miami for a fresh start. Sources say it's to focus on his personal life. At first, it didn't sound too bad, until she scrolled further. Another post revealed a photo of Stefon with a mystery woman at a private dinner in Miami, reportedly discussing a new chapter of his life. What? Cardi shouted, throwing her phone onto the bed. Her assistant, Keisha, ran in immediately. "Girl, what happened? Look at this, Keisha. Look at this." Cardi screamed, pacing back and forth. "He said he was in Buffalo this week. He said he was training. Why is he out there in Miami with some random chick talking about a fresh start? What is this nonsense?" Chapter 3, The Breakdown. The comments section on every post was brutal. Some fans defended her, others mocked her. Memes, reaction videos, and Twitter threads filled the internet. One tweet went viral. Cardi B just said last week she and Stefon were planning a getaway, and now this? He's starting a new life without her loudly crying face broken heart. Cardi's phone wouldn't stop buzzing. Offset even sent her a cryptic message. "You see how they move when they get what they want. Watch your heart." That message only made things worse. Not him trying to be relevant again, Cardi muttered angrily, tossing her phone aside. Everyone think they can comment on my business. But what cut deepest wasn't the gossip, it was Stefon's silence. He hadn't called. Not a text. Nothing. Cardi's emotions spiraled from confusion to heartbreak to pure rage. She grabbed her phone again and recorded a voice note, her voice trembling but fiery. "You really out here doing interviews talking about a fresh start? A fresh start from what? From me? After everything we've been through, after all that love, you just ghost me and pop out with another woman like I'm a phase? Nah, I'm not built for this kind of disrespect." She didn't send it. But she replayed it. Twice. Then she posted a cryptic Instagram story. "Don't play with someone who gave you loyalty. That karma hits hard when you least expect it." Nail polish medium skin tone. The post racked up millions of views within minutes. Fans instantly knew, Cardi was hurt. Chapter 4, The Confrontation. Later that evening, Stefon finally called. The screen flashed, Steph Red Heart. Cardi took a deep breath and answered. "Wow. Look who remembered my number," she said sharply. Cardi, please, it's not what it looks like, Stefon began. That picture, that woman is my agent. I was finalizing some deals. The media twisted everything. Oh, really? So you just out here talking a whole year off football and moving to Miami for personal growth? You didn't think to tell me that before Twitter did? Stefon sighed. I needed space, Cardi. The fame, the pressure, the cameras, it's been too much. I didn't want to drag you through it while I figure myself out. Figure yourself out, she repeated, stunned. Boy, I was ready to build something real with you. I gave you my time, my energy, my trust, and you repay me with I need space. Stefon tried to explain, but Cardi's tears had already begun to fall. You could have told me to my face, Steph. Not let the whole world find out before I did. The call ended abruptly. Silence filled the room. Chapter 5, The Explosion. Cardi couldn't hold it in any longer. She went live. Millions joined instantly. I must say this once and once only, she began, her voice shaking but strong. I'm not one of those women who sit back quiet when someone plays with me. I supported that man through everything, even when the media doubted him. And now he wanna act brand new. Nah. I'm not the one. She paused, wiping her eyes. I don't need no football player, no fresh start. I've been a boss. I've been making moves. But the disrespect? That's what gets me. I gave real love, and I got confusion in return. The live went viral instantly. Cardi B goes nuts trended worldwide. Fans flooded Stefon's page demanding answers. But deep down, behind all the noise, Cardi wasn't angry anymore, she was heartbroken. Chapter 6, The Aftermath. Days later, Cardi flew to New York to clear her head. She stayed off social media, took long walks in Central Park, and focused on her music. The pain slowly turned into power. In the studio, she recorded a new track, raw, emotional, fiery. The chorus went. You took my peace for your freedom. Thought you'd win when you left me bleeding. But I rise, undefeated. When she previewed it on Instagram, the internet erupted. Even Stefon commented with a single broken heart emoji, and fans lost their minds. Cardi didn't reply. She just smiled and whispered to herself. You had your chance. Now I'm talking mine. Epilogue, The Glow-Up. Months later, Cardi walked the red carpet at the Grammys wearing a custom gold gown that shimmered under every flash. Reporters shouted questions about Stefon, but she just waved, smirked, and said, I'm good. I'm focused on me now. Her new single, Undefeated, debuted at #1. Stefon, watching from home, realized too late what he had lost. Cardi didn't just go nuts that day, she broke free. And in doing so, she reminded the world exactly who she was. A queen who never needed a crown to shine. Title: Cardi B goes nuts after Stefon Diggs' shocking news. It all began on a quiet Sunday afternoon in Los Angeles, or at least, it was quiet until the internet caught fire. Cardi B, known for her fierce attitude and unapologetic honesty, had just finished recording a behind-the-scenes vlog for her fans when a single notification on her phone flipped her world upside down. The source: a breaking report about her boyfriend, NFL superstar Stefon Diggs, a man who had recently captured the hearts of millions after his whirlwind romance with the Bronx rapper became one of the most talked-about love stories of the year. But the news wasn't just a typical headline. It was shocking. Newspaper the announcement that rocked the internet. Within seconds, fans began flooding social media platforms with hashtags like #StephNews, #CardiMeltdown, and #DiggsShock. TMZ, The Shade Room, and ESPN had all reported that Stefon Diggs had allegedly received an unexpected career-changing offer, one that would take him across the country and force him to make a life-altering decision about his future with Cardi. According to early reports, the NFL star had been offered a record-breaking $150 million endorsement deal tied to a new sports network launch. The only catch? The contract required him to relocate to Europe for an extended period, possibly up to 2 years. Cardi froze. "What?" she yelled, her long acrylic nails clinking against her iPhone screen as she scrolled furiously through the headlines. She couldn't believe it. Stefon hadn't said a word to her about this. Broken heart Cardi's emotional reaction. Those close to Cardi revealed that she immediately burst into tears, pacing through her Beverly Hills mansion in disbelief. Her assistants tried to calm her down, but her emotions were a storm of confusion, betrayal, and shock. "How he gone? Let me find out on Instagram," she cried in a voice that cracked between anger and heartbreak. "I've been loyal, supportive, everything. And now this?" Her mind replayed the past few weeks, their romantic dinners, their FaceTimes, their whispered promises about the future. Had he been hiding this from her the whole time? Telephone receiver. The confrontation call. In a moment of raw emotion, Cardi called Stefon directly. According to insiders, the conversation started calm, but escalated quickly. "So you wasn't gonna tell me about this?" Cardi's voice trembled with fury. "Barty, it's not what you think," Stefon said, trying to keep his composure. "Not what I think. The whole world talking about it before me. You should have been man enough to tell me first." The tension was unbearable. Stefon tried to explain that the deal wasn't finalized, that he'd wanted to surprise her once everything was certain. But to Cardi, it felt like betrayal. Pouting face. Cardi's explosive online reaction. Cardi did what Cardi does best, she went live. Millions tuned in within minutes. Wearing a silk robe, her hair tied up, and no filter on her face, she poured out her heart. Tears welled in her eyes as she vented to her fans about love, loyalty, and communication. "I don't care how big the bag is, you don't keep something like that from the person you say you love," she said passionately. "I've been ride or die since day one. But sometimes, these men forget who was there when nobody believed in them." Clips of her live stream spread like wildfire. Fans flooded the comments with support and speculation. Some sided with Cardi, saying Stefon should have been honest. Others defended him, arguing he probably didn't want to jinx the deal or worry her too soon. Speech balloon. The world reacts. The internet divided overnight. Hashtags like #Team Cardi and #Team Stefon dominated Twitter, now X. Sports analysts debated whether Stefon's decision was about career growth or love sacrifice. Meanwhile, Cardi's name trended on TikTok for nearly 48 hours straight. Even celebrities chimed in. Megan Thee Stallion dropped a cryptic tweet, "When money moves faster than the heart, love starts lagging." And Rihanna commented under a fan post, "This some real-life drama. Somebody bring the popcorn." Dove. Stefon's public statement. A few days later, Stefon finally broke his silence with a heartfelt Instagram post showing him sitting in an empty stadium, looking out at the field. The caption read, "Sometimes, opportunities come at the wrong time. I never meant to hurt anyone, especially the person who means the world to me. Cardi, you're my peace in the storm. This isn't about choosing money, it's about building something that lasts forever." The post instantly went viral, racking up millions of likes in hours. Fans began to wonder, was he stepping back from the deal? Was he fighting for Cardi? Revolving hearts. The private meeting. After several days apart, Cardi agreed to meet Stefon privately at their favorite rooftop restaurant in New York. Witnesses say the atmosphere was emotional yet tender. Cardi arrived in a black dress, Stefon in a simple hoodie and chain. There were no cameras, no entourage, just two people trying to rebuild what fame had shaken. Stefon reportedly explained that he'd only kept the deal secret because he wanted to surprise her with something bigger, a joint project in Europe, one that would merge music, fashion, and sports under her brand, too. He had been negotiating to include her name in the venture, making her a global ambassador alongside him. When Cardi heard that, her heart softened. Tears streamed down her face again, but this time, they weren't from anger. Ring the final twist. Just when fans thought the story was over, Cardi shocked the world again. During an emotional Instagram live 2 days later, she flashed her left hand, revealing a sparkling diamond ring. "Sometimes you gotta go through the storm to see who's really riding with you," she smiled. "Me and Steph good. Real good."